What's up, everyone? So today I'm going to be showing you how to really quickly optimize your Amazon PPC account. These are techniques I use all the time when I optimize my own accounts, and we're going to get this all done and wrapped up in 5 minutes. So before you do that, though, do me a huge favor and go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit those two awesome buttons right below the video page. Really helps us out, and I promise you won't regret it. My name is Lucas Matthews. I have been doing Amazon PPC for the last 5 years. I'm the director of Amazon advertising strategy at Sunken Stone, and I know a thing or two about this. So I promise it'll be helpful. You're not going to regret it. So check this out. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this campaign tab. When I do any sort of these quick optimizations, I like to do so the way we have it set up, it's brand. We have a lot of different brands in this particular seller account, but we do brand, then product, then ad type, then campaign type as our naming convention. So you're not going to see the brand, but here we're going to be working on this product. So I'm going to go ahead. I do clicks descending. But actually, for the purposes of this video, we're going to do spend descending. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for the slow interface to do its thing. We're going to start with your highest spend accounts. Naturally, that's going to yield you, for the most part, the best gains when you do it in aggregate. So we're going to dig into this. Here is this exact match ad group. So look at the targeting. Everything in our ads looks good. So we're just going to go ahead and clear out that keyword filter. Easiest way, just go clicks descending and then just visually scan your ACOS to see if there's anything that stands out. There's one here, 118. I know it's really relevant keyword, so I'm going to leave it alone. But what we can do, so special thing that you might not have thought of, what you can do is you can set the date range. I like to go lifetime. And give it a sec. You can do this both ways. So you can look at lowest click-through rates, and you can look at highest click-through rates. So we're going to start with the highest ones. So what we want to make sure of is that our bids are commensurate to what we're paying. So here we have a CPC of 5. We've got a bid of 8. And based off this is roughly 60% of that. If your observed CPCs are around 60% of your bid, that means that usually you can go higher. So to protect ourselves on this really valuable keyword, I'm just going to bump this up like 20% to 10. Just a little quick thing to make sure we're on the straight and narrow. This is $4 and we're at $9.39. So we're way above, or we're way below 60% of observed CPC. So I'm going to leave that alone. And then I just like to see so skipping a lot of those pause ones because we split them out into a different campaign. Let's see if we can't find any that are. So we're comfortable with really high ACOS figures for this campaign specifically. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bump this up a little bit too. So we're at $6.23. We're at $8 of our bid amount. Our conversion rate is 20%. Our click-through rate is 30%. So I'm going to go ahead and move that up to 10. Just going to do that across all of them that you see that are like obvious winners. What you might have happen though, and this is a interesting thing to do, is if you just notice a specific, like if there's a root word, like let's say you're doing basketball shoes and you keep seeing the word art support being a word that's present in a lot of your low ACOS keywords, you can just go ahead and query that in the keyword and pay attention to what your average. So let's bump this back to 30 days. So let's say that you put art support here. Our ACOS is at 56% normally. And if you put, say, like arch support there, and you see your ACOS go down to 17%, you would know that those are valuable keywords. You would just go ahead and select all of them, bid them all up if you're going to be quick with it, which I would recommend in an account that has a lot of different products. You want to make sure you're making these adjustments quickly. You don't want to get fatigued with PPC. It's completely possible. It happens to me all the time. So the opposite is true also of the click-through rate stuff. So we can go the other way. Oh gosh, here we go. So here at the tail, We have this keyword. It's gotten 66,000 impressions, 11 clicks. It's 0.02% click-through rate. We've spent $90 at an $8.24 CPC. So I'm going to go ahead and pause that. That's just way beyond a keyword that could be useful for us. The other thing you can do, this is 30 days. You can just switch it to lifetime. Same thing I was doing before. I'm just switching between 30 days and lifetime. It's a good way to see like the full picture of your data, generally what's happening. And same thing here. So we have another keyword. It's at 10,000 impressions, 1 click. I'm just going to go ahead and pause that because we would know that if we just so happen to have, like if this had a heavy bid automation on, this got up to, let's say $11, and we all of a sudden cross this threshold and we get 30 clicks right away, that is going to just devastate us if we're paying $8 a click. All of a sudden that could just become a terrible keyword for us. So we want to avoid that. Same thing here, 24 clicks, 136,000 impressions, $184 to spend, no sales. That sucks. That's why it's already been paused. So this isn't the first time I've done this. So here's another thing. I'm just scrolling through. If you have any sort of system where you pass through search terms that have converted all the way through to your exact match campaign automatically, what you can do is just pay attention for like random irrelevant keywords that may have just gotten a fluke conversion through your automatic campaign. If you see a root word, so like let's go back to the basketball shoe example. So if there was a basketball card keyword that just so happened to come through as a conversion, we are happy taking those random conversions with a low bid automatic campaign, but we don't want to be bidding on that. So what we do is we take just sort of the intermediary, but we would just copy the word card. We'd put it in our find a keyword, and then we'd see if there aren't any other instances of keywords containing card and see like what their aggregate ACOS is. So I'm just going to go ahead and pause that because we know that's irrelevant. It just doesn't match up. We wouldn't want to advertise on it. The last thing we're going to do for this campaign, we're going to go to campaign settings, and we're going to make sure that our top of first page placement multipliers are looking good. So that one was at 50%. I know that's pretty high. It's been working for this account. We've been ratcheting it up based off the individual metrics that you can pull through different reports. But if that had read 0, you would know that you would need to bump that up. I see that forgotten a lot. So you need to make sure that your TOFPs are in the right place. I'm going to go ahead and assume that everyone here has at least been running their ad campaigns for a little bit. A lot of these tricks that I'm showing you, these like quick optimization tricks, only work when you have campaigns that are somewhat mature. If they're new, don't fall into the trap of over optimizing. But you can too quickly get into situations where you make adjustments too quickly before letting the data come in. So these are for semi-mature campaigns, all the things I'm showing you. Another little tactic that can help you out when you're doing sort of these later stage optimizations, I like to have my product targeting ad groups set up that there's a branded one, there's one of your specific competitors you've identified, and then there's a suggested one because Amazon will give you suggested ASINs. So what you can do is if you have it broken out, or like you just have some sort of like catch-all for all the ASINs you're targeting, you should have an ASIN targeting campaign if you don't. So right away, have one of those. This is assuming you do. So you can go, this one has 385 targets. They're all at a good place. You go to add product targets. And then you can just go to individual products, suggested. Amazon's going to give you a bunch. We're just going to target all of them. Products are coming in and out all the time, especially for a space like the one that we're in. So we go from 385 targets to 489. So boom, right away, got 100 additional things to target that maybe we might not have found otherwise. So excellent way to just keep expanding your reach, keep testing new things out. And once again, I like having my product targets broken out, but if you don't have a product targeting specific campaign, go ahead and build one. The last thing I'm going to show you is this nifty little breakout. So they have all 4 of these complements: substitute, loose match, close match for these automatic campaigns. I'm looking at an automatic campaign right now. So what we're going to do, last 30 days, we're going to see where everything's stacking up. So I'm going to look at what this is February. So I'm going to go custom date range. I'm going to look at the last 3 months. And this is assuming you're using a strategy where you're pulling out converting search terms and moving them to a specific campaign for those. So when you're doing that, your automatic campaign is going to perform worse over time. So you need to make sure that you're setting your bids appropriately. So this is a somewhat new campaign. All the bids for these are the same, but we don't need to do that. So this is 50 cents. We're at 123% ACOS with like not that many clicks, but conversion rate terrible. So I'm going to go ahead and bump this down 20%. You know what? Let's do more than that. Let's do bump it down 40%. We can get lower than that. 123, it needs to come down. So I'm going to go 3, 2. Save that. We have one that's at 24 and then another that's at 33. So I know that roughly we want our ACOS to be sort of in the 30 to 40 range. So I'm just going to move this up about 20%. To 60, actually that's exactly 20%. Exactly 20% to 60. I don't like to do too huge of adjustments for automatic campaigns upward because things can get crazy. It doesn't always match in a linear way. But just go ahead and bump them up a little bit at a time, and then you'll be able to see the next time you do this in a month or so, if you look over the last 30 days, all your ACOS figures for these should be even, except the complements. Sometimes you get none of those, and you can just pretty much ignore that. But all these should be roughly the same ACOS. You can optimize this to the exact ACOS threshold you want, just slowly over time. So there you have it. Those are several different distinct techniques that you can use to go ahead and optimize your Amazon PPC account better. I'm sure a lot of these you haven't done before. They all work, and they're excellent ways to figure out more about your customer shopping intent. So once again, if you like the video, please give it a nice big thumbs up. Hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button. It's going to help us out a lot. And I look forward to making more of these videos for you guys.
I hope that video was helpful. I hope that you were able to get some value out of it. Once again, if you could do us a huge favor and like and subscribe, that would be amazing. We're putting out a lot of really good content to help both people who are looking specifically for PPC help and people who are looking for Amazon help, just in general. We're a bunch of experts. We know what we're talking about, and we produce good stuff. So please check us out. You won't regret it. Check the link in the bio for a lot of other good downloadable content. These are PDFs, teach you everything you need to know about Amazon. And if you'd rather just have us take care of everything, please feel free to reach out through the sunkenstone.com website. We know how to handle an Amazon PPC account front to back, so you'll be in good hands. If you want more tips on how to reduce your ACOS, check out this video. It's our 7 tips to reduce campaign-wide ACOS. Really helpful stuff. Yeah, you could be saving thousands of dollars just from that video view alone. And with that, happy optimizing, everyone.